Hi. Hello, my beautiful sounds angel. I had a huge epiphany today, and it's been cooking inside my heart for a while, and I wanted to come on here and share it while I do my makeup for a few minutes and hang out with you beautiful, beautiful healers, therapists, angels on the planet who, you have a bigger purpose, a bigger mission than just the financial part of your life, right? I know finances is a big deal. I know we all need more money to pay for things, but I think one of the most magical way to have a business you love is to not be so focused on the money, but be more focused on the impact. So I'm going to walk you through how to sort of dissect the money conversation and not be so hung up on the money. But I got to tell you, for the amount of time I've helped women make more money in their business, it wasn't the money that felt good. It was the fact that they felt good before the money came. It's kind of like dating. If you wait for the right guy to come along to feel good, you're not going to be that magnetic. But if you're dating and you kind of are dating from a place of fun and a place of freedom and a place of like, well, I'm dating to see, I'm having fun, I want to compound the amount of joy and love that I feel, then you become like super freaking sexy and magnetic. And even if you're married, guys, ladies, you could be married and still be even more magnetic when you want to date your husband from a place of like, oh, my heart's so open. I feel so happy right now. And I want to share that happiness and that love with my spouse or my kids or my sister, my mom. Like you compound and multiply your joy and your happiness. Imagine if you could post from that place, if you could go live from the place of I'm already in this beautiful place. I already feel full. I've already laughed today with people I love. I've manifested and created situations in my life where things are fun and things are really, really good. So now, when the money comes and the sales come, it's a byproduct of how you already feel. Okay? It's a byproduct of the joy and the happiness you already feel. Now, I do want to say it's normal to feel really scared about money not being here. It's normal to be like, well, Alex, that's all well, but my account is going down and not up, and it's freaking me out. You got to do a fear turnaround on that. You got to address the fear and have a proper emotional release and healing to invite the pain in the inner child and to kind of process it because, yeah, it is real. Maybe it reminds you of when your dad wasn't around and you had to work. Maybe not seeing the money go down reminds you of the stress. Like, oh my God, like, who's going to take care of me? I'm too little to take care of me. And maybe it reminds you of, some wounding around my own dad or mom can't take care of me and I'm going to have to do it. And there's some resentment around there. So now seeing your numbers go down instead of up becomes an invitation to heal a deeper wound. Okay? Let me know if that resonates with you. And that's where I've seen a lot of magic happens. That's where I've seen the money being able to come in. So if you think about your bank account, as having these emotional memories, like leaks, like holes. So if you have a money story like that, similar to that, and money comes in, but that wound is still there, then like you're gonna find money leaks and leaves because those little wounds are still there. Like the basket isn't solid. There's still some unresolved stuff or resentment. Okay. So that's the money conversation, and you can totally heal your money story to then show up in whether it's your side hustle, whether you want to do this full time or whether you want to do this part time, you can then show up and at least be a really good energetic match for receiving with ease. If you think about receiving, like when was the last time you truly really received with ease? That it was unconditional receiving. It wasn't like, well, I'll get this for you if you deserve it. Like, when did you really receive unconditional love, unconditional gifts? Like, for some of us, probably most likely almost never. Unconditional friendship, you know? So, what's our current beautiful association with receiving today? I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't know if I can trust receiving. Can I really ask the universe for help? I don't know. This is a really good brain exercise, I gotta say. Oh my God. It's making me use my brain in a different way. It's like brushing your teeth with your other hand. So if you have any kind of stuff around receiving, it's like, oh, I don't know. All right. So as a human being, if you're a business owner, even if it's part-time, it will help you heal. Like it will help you heal your stuff, right? Receiving visibility, showing up from a place of overflow, not from a place of needing anything, showing up with the boss energy and this energy of like, I know who I am, I know I'm valuable. I don't need you to love and approve of me. I've already had love and approval from myself, from my connection with source, from my friends, from the people in my life. Yeah. And then you show up and you're like, ooh, overflow. What can I give today? How can I provide value today? A lot of these things I'm talking about doesn't need to take 6 months to heal. It's just naming it. Like in my Made to Win program, I call it, if you can name it, you can heal it. If you can name it, you can heal it. Okay. All right. I literally have not put makeup on for like a week because I had lost, well, I cleaned my car, and in the process of cleaning my car, after we went to the beach, we went to the North Sea, which is gorgeous. I put everything in this one bag, and this one bag got left in the garage. So for a whole week, I was like, what did I do with my makeup bag? I can't remember. But it was there all along. It was hiding. Oh my gosh. I wanted to talk about everything you can create for your clients that feels beautiful and amazing, and it's outside of your one-on-one sessions. I am the queen of helping my sisters sell packages instead of one-off sessions, and I'm going to tell you why. When you sell a one-off, it's okay, it's exciting, but it's like, what if I can't help them in one session or two or three or 1 month? It's a little bit nerve-wracking, and it might induce increased doubt in yourself and in your work because you only have 1 month to help, which is not that long. Like I'm helping a 17-year-old right now with the condition he has, but honestly, I wish I had sold 3 months because now I'm feeling like he's had this problem for 17 years. He sells and his neuroplasticity is really good, but we're going to need a little bit more time, which is fine. It's just harder to sell after you've already told them it's going to take a month. It's not impossible, it's just a little harder. And for most of us, we'll feel like, oh no, I'm not good enough, because that's where we go to, right? And the reason I help my ladies sell packages instead of one-off is because it's going to create that oxytocin, dopamine, happy, happy, happy anchor into like, oh, they said yes to 3 to 6 months with me and they sent me payment. And the feeling is such a good feeling that you can then replicate it and have more of it. So we always get more of what we already know how to feel. If you've associated feeling amazing with sales, you now have magic. You have magic, right? Because you can always get more of what you already know how to feel. So if you lay in bed at night, or you go for the walk on the beach, or you're out in the forest and you're like, this is what it feels like to have people sending me money, asking me to work with, like they're reaching out to work with me. I get referrals. I'm getting people to be like, I'm in, Stripe notifications, Zelle down, like deposits. Like, you know what it feels like to make money in your business. Once you know and you've locked it in, you can't forget that. It's like you don't forget the most incredible kiss. You don't forget the most incredible shivers down your spine when you've had that amazing kiss. You don't forget that. You're not going to forget the most amazing client saying yes to you. But if all you're prepared to sell and offer is like, well, let me sell you a one-off and a couple more coaching calls, then it doesn't feel amazing when they say yes. It just feels like a quick little peck on your cheek. But it doesn't feel like I just had the best sex of my life. Do you know what I mean? So I was just on the phone with a client who's been a client for like 3 years, right? And she just had the most amazing client say yes to her. And it's a monthly payment for a 5-figure package in Bali. They were having kombucha and they were watching the sunset. I can't remember the details of the story. But what I remember is the way she shared it with me was like epic. And she said yes. And she sent in half of the money and da 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 da. And it's like, that's what I want for you ladies is like sounds feel like the best sex ever. Not like, whatever sounds could feel like. Is anybody watching right now? I can't tell. I'm not seeing anything. But so I'm going to go back to like what motivated me to teach my sisters about cells is like cells have felt amazing to me. It's felt like soul love making, blending, and I've attracted the most amazing clients who are the most amazing sisters that like some of my clients, I hung out with them in the south of France last year in the most amazing mansion. And I've had male clients that are really amazing who've had incredible magical manifestations who were like, they didn't believe in this stuff, right? But they bought into it, loved it, did it, and we're like, I just called Amex. So this is John in Utah. He's like, so I just called Amex to buy gift cards for Christmas. And they were like, oh, don't worry about it. You don't have enough points. We'll just give you an extra $1,000 of points so you can have all the gift cards. Right. And he had been clearing energy. Now, an even better manifestation was he got so he was selling, he's in his 70s, he was retired business owner, and he was selling consulting packages or like a consulting to this one business owner. And we started working together, and within 2 weeks, he went from selling a $5,000 package as a consultant to a pay in full $50,000 consulting package for a whole year. So his client went from only paying him 5K to like, I got to pay you 50K. And the reason this client said that to him was because he was coming to the end of the year and he needed to offload 50K, and he gave it to my client. Now, it's not a fluke, you guys. Like energy clearing, money blocks will lead to manifestations, but you kind of have to let go. You kind of have to trust. Your heart's got to be in it. Okay. So the reason that I wanted you to think bigger, I want you to think bigger and be more creative, is that sometimes for your clients to have breakthroughs, they don't need to be one-on-one with you. They need your guided meditations. They need your PDFs. They need your little extra, va-va-voom. They need an extra call here and there. They need a little bit more hand holding. And sometimes the magic happens in between calls. It doesn't always happen on the call. Like, yes, I know if you're an RTT, you're like, well, yeah, they're going to listen to their audio and then, something's going to happen after 18 days. Yeah, not always. Sometimes it's get on the phone in between calls on like a WhatsApp voice note or a WhatsApp support, and you're like, wait, did you just hear yourself? Right? I've had clients have the biggest breakthrough while I'm on my rollerblading on the boardwalk by the beach, and they say the thing, and I'm like, did you hear that? You got to switch that right now. And boom, they had a breakthrough and they had a manifestation. It didn't happen on the 90-minute call. It happened in like that moment, like, ooh, right there. You got to switch that belief. So all I'm saying is like, be open to letting like divine inspiration guide you, to letting the magic of life guide you. You could be open to spontaneity and to be like, I'm going to send my clients a brand new audio I just channeled and I felt it and I got to do it. Okay. I'm going to go live, or not everything has to be like perfect, but be open to inspiration. Yeah. I think the reason I'm saying that is because it's going to increase your confidence in yourself as you go out there and sell packages, because you'll be like, well, I don't have to deliver results on the call. I trust that something's going to break through for them. I trust that something's going to happen, and I trust in the tool. Yeah. Okay. So there is a tool I want to talk about. It's energy clearing, but it's a little bit more fun, right? So imagine that you had never seen anyone use a hammer. And you just saw a hammer and you're like, what is this? It's this thing with the stick and there's a big old heavy thing on the end. What does it do? You had never seen anybody use a hammer in your life. You just saw it. You're like, it's kind of heavy. What is it for? And then one day you go to someone's house and they have the most amazing wall full of paintings and photos. And you see them use the hammer with the nail. What? That's what a hammer's used for? Like you can actually build a whole house with a hammer, but it's an amazing tool. You're like, this is infinite possibility. Like I could use this hammer for anything. But if you had never seen anybody use it, you'd be like, what is it for? One of the tools that I love, that I trust in, and that I know 100% if you come into my world and you use this tool, you're going to get results. I know that it will find the block to why you're not getting what you want. And it will find it while you're cooking, while you're at home with the kids, while you're at the park with the kids. Imagine a tool that can help get you what you desire from the field. Like you're like, I'm open to receiving this outcome, but it's not coming. And you're like, what the hell happened to the Amazon delivery guy? Why can't he find my address? I was pretty freaking clear on the form. Universe, this is what I want. This is where I live. Bring it. And it helps you. It helps clear the path between you and your delivery guy. To the point that I'm like, I know that if you use this hammer, you will build a house. You just got to use the hammer. Now, if you don't use the hammer, I can't help you. And that is the tool of ping ponging. And it works every time. Okay, some people want to be saved, and some people are like, well, I tried ping ponging for like 2 weeks and it didn't work. Or I tried ping ponging once a week and it didn't work. Okay, I get it. Like you got to be a little bit more invested than that. You can't build a house using a hammer for just 2 weeks. Like you got to have a plan. You got to have someone helping you. There's an architect, there's a visionary, there's someone who's already built a house who's going to show you how to use it. You got to have stories of people who succeeded using the hammer. So now you're like, whoa, okay, this is really working because there's valid proof. My subconscious sees that it is working. Okay. Ping ponging is a way to ask questions to your body, to your mind, that allows your subconscious to tell you why it doesn't let you have the thing you've asked for. So an example, Jamie is a client at the moment and she's in my Made to Win program. She's in my one-on-one program. She's in all the things. And she's like, well, I put my house on the market, but like no one's even come to see the house, right? And I'm like, ooh, let's ping pong on it. We're going to use the hammer. And we used the hammer, and literally within a week, she had 2 house visits. Okay, now I know if she keeps ping ponging on, I allow my house to sell. She declares it, she writes it down, and she uses the hammer. She'll be like, all right, we're good. I found a buyer. The whole thing was so easy, done. It's like, I gave you a hammer, I gave you nails, you're going to hang your photos. Like that's how bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Like you did it. Okay. And what was the other story? So I released my own blocks to allowing my fiance to rent. He has 3 properties right now that he needed to rent. And for the last few months, it was like, what's going on? They're not renting. No one's coming in to rent them. So I'm like, let me use the hammer and let me say to the universe, I allow Oliver's properties to be rented. Okay. So you could do this on anything, but I did it on that. He has an apartment in Paris that the previous renters were moving out and they gave a month notice, and usually that apartment like rents like this. It's in the middle of Paris by Notre Dame. It's like really beautiful apartment. Usually they just, no issue, it gets rented out really quickly, and nobody was renting it. He's like, what's going on? So I did the clearing, I did the ping ponging, and literally within days somebody signed a lease for 6 months and paid in full for 6 months, like multiple 5 figures, right? From nothing. Use the hammer. And it's even better than that. I only ping ponged on it once. And then his summer house in the south, he wants to rent it in May and June when we're not going to be there. And I'm like, okay, I'll allow it to be rented. And these 2 people came forward to rent it this in the next few weeks. Then I did it for his other property in Brussels, right? And then I was like, okay, I allow this to. Somebody booked it for the month of July. And it's like a huge 5-figure rental as well. From nothing to quantum field. Okay, this is magic. Now, these are the most recent examples, but I have, like, for example, a few years back, I was doing a money challenge and I was helping women manifest more money using the hammer, the ping ponging. And nobody was manifesting money. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm blocking it. So I ping ponged on allowing my clients to manifest money. And then all of a sudden, it all started to come in. It all started to come in for them. Okay, so I want to wrap up this beautiful call by giving you an invitation. Okay. There are 3 different things that I'm going to present and that I want to share with you. There's 170 people in here. Please, if you have a friend in this group, tag her because it will really help the algorithm. I want to help you ladies. So if you tag sisters outside of the group, in the group, anything you do, if you share this video, if you comment, if you take any kind of action, you are going to be entered into a giveaway. And I'm going to give away the thing I'm about to present for everybody. Okay. So there's a few things I'm going to give away. I'm going to give away a free one-on-one RTT session with me. So this is like a 2.5 hour or 3 hour bonus because we do one call, we do the RTT, and we do another call. And that's easily $1,000. So I'm giving away that. And then I'm also going to give away this monthly membership thing that I'm doing called The Boss and She Decides. So using the hammer, you need some strength, you need some determination, and you need some like clarity. What are you hanging? What do you want? And what are you going to ping pong on? I've been teaching ping ponging since 2010, so 15 years. And I really know what people need to ping pong on next to call things in. I know if they need to ping pong on my resistance to working, my resistance to money, my resistance to having ease. Like I can hear your subconscious resistance. I literally have a gift of clairaudience and I can hear what's going on in your energy field that's blocking you from getting what you want. So I'll make suggestions and I'll say, hey, this is what you need to ping pong on next. But in order to have the ping ponging work, you need to have boundaries. And so I created a program that is called The Boss, and it is a 3-part module. So it's 3 modules that has some incredible downloads and codes. And Eva, my recent client who's like sold a 5-figure package, said something clicked with The Boss, like something, she's more visible, she's more confident, she's calling things in, like it clicked something in shape for her. So I'm going to do a monthly The Boss call. So there's going to be module 4, module 5, module 6. And right now, if you guys share, comment, tag, you get entered into a giveaway. The more you do, the more points you do. Then you get to go into this you get to win The Boss and you get to win it for the rest of the year. So that means you're going to be in The Boss and it's going to be like 555. So it's a $555 program. You get to be in it. So it's like a monthly powerful call with me in a group, but you get all previous modules. So you're going to get day 1, day 2, and day 3. And let me tell you, it is like, if all I did this year was that, it would be enough. It would be like, I'm happy, God, universe. Like, this is amazing. Okay. I'll link below the PDF describing the program. Now, if you don't win The Boss in the next 7 days, then don't worry about it. You can purchase it. And I'm going to have a special coupon code. So you guys can get it for, I think it's going to be 222, and then it's going to go up. Every time I go live, the price is going to go up. So if you don't want to wait and you're like, oh my God, what if I don't win, but I want to take it? And if I don't win, but then the price went up to 555, then let me get in at 222 now. Okay. And then you're in for the rest of the year. All right. Then you also are going to get my 22 days of magic, which are 10 to 15 minute energy healing theta downloads. So theta is a state of mindfulness you can get into to receive really powerful downloads on all the things, like what it feels like to receive with ease, what it feels like to even receive and feel safe, what safety truly feels like. There are 22 themes that I made when I was in LA last year and this year. And there are incredible audios and you get them all. You get them all. And that's probably worth $1,000 at this point because people's lives have been transformed listening to them, and it will give you codes and programs that you may never have gotten. So if you didn't grow up with a household where you knew what it felt like to be enough, it's in there. If you grew up in a house where you're like, I don't even know what unconditional love feels like, It's in there. Like there are so many codes in those 22 audios. Okay. So that's the package deal you guys can win in the next week or so. And tell me, what is the biggest thing you're struggling with right now in your sales? Comment below. Every comment gets points, every share gets points, every tag of a friend gets points. So you could win the 3-hour one-on-one RTT with me. You could win the boss for the rest of the year. The price is going to keep going up till 555. The third price is the 22 days of magic that you could also win. I'm going to give that one to a bunch of ladies that, participate and hang out and share. It was too hard to get clients. Keep it as your side hustle. Keep it as your weekend thing. Keep it as the thing you do to raise the consciousness of the planet on the side. This is not about money. This is about impact. This is about a mission. This is about doing what you love. This is about having something to do besides scrolling on social media. You could have been going live. You could have been listening to these audios. You could have been working on your business and generating more income for you and your family by doing something you love and sharing RTT, because your clients needed you yesterday. The people who are looking to work with you needed you. They needed you yesterday. Not only your clients, your community, your sisterhood. I was sharing this on a TikTok earlier. I was like, we as women need validation and approval. Like it's an instinctual desire. We want to be approved of. If we're not approved of, I don't know about you guys, but if I don't have approval, I have no gas to do anything. I have no motivation. I don't even want to get out of bed if I don't feel loved and approved of. So I do need feedback. I do need you guys being like, I love this video, Alex. This was amazing. I do need the feedback. I'll be honest. But there literally has been 0 viewers on this video and I'm giving you 100%. So I'll give you the trick, right? The trick is my desire to save this video and save it for the next 10 years, where I'm going to be able to repurpose it and share it and extract whatever I can out of it and then share it to other people, is more important to me than to get the validation right now during the live. Yeah. Listening to this desire to create the boss, to create 22 days of magic, it was greater to create than whether it was going to be monetized. I didn't care if it was going to be monetized. And I made money in both, quite plentifully of money in both. Plenty of people bought the 22 days of magic, plenty of people bought my boss, and plenty more will keep buying it in the next few months, because I'm the boss. I decide and I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to manifest and script and decide and call it in that people find me, love me, and want to buy the boss from me. And my marketing is going to get better, and my confidence in the product is going to get better. And I'm only going to create better and better modules every month, and people are going to keep giving me amazing testimonials. I scripted, I decided, but the key is I don't need it to have all of this cocktail of happy hormones. And that's the key, you guys. Showing up in your business when no one's listening and still giving value is because you have had such a good day and you're about to continue to have a great day. I'm showing up without needing endorphins or oxytocins or serotonin or anything from this life or my beautiful business. I show up in my business to give. It's my art. It is my art 100%. It's been my art for the last 17 years. It's been my passion. It's been my love. It's been where I pour my heart. It's where I make the most amazing connections. It's where I meet people. It's where I hold people. It's where I give angelic healing, So it's where I get to experience myself as a healer and as a channel. I really want that for you as well. So I recommend you don't show up in your business from a place of I need sisterhood and I need connection. I suggest you find sisterhood and connection outside of your business. And then when you do have sisterhood and connection in your business, it's a bonus. It's amazing, but it's not the main place you get it from. You get the oxytocin and the serotonin and the endorphins from your life, from going to the gym, from going on that walk, from walking barefoot on the grass, from knitting and coloring and hugging people on the street that you love or that you just met, from having a pet, from volunteering, reading a book, joining a book club. You get that from a place outside of the business, so that when you do have a moment to show up in the business and it feels hard at the beginning and it feels like I don't want to do this, well, it doesn't matter as much because you're already full. Okay, when you don't want to go for that run and you don't want to go for the yoga class, but you're like, I know I'll feel better once I go. I know I'll feel better afterwards. Business can be the same. You're like, I do not want to edit this video. I do not want to write a blog post. I do not want to send an email. But guess what? You'll feel better when you did it. You'll feel better afterwards. And, try it. Business and marketing is about trying and seeing what works. It's about seeing, hey, I'm going to talk about this. Is it going to land with people? Oh, it's not landing. What can I do? How can I say it a different way? How can it land? Am I behind it? Do I believe in my offer? Okay. So it's a lot of like back and forth. And like, it's like if you were fishing and you're like, well, I don't know which bait is going to work. What kind of fish do we have? What kind of bait? How do I make this work? I just want to help people. And some of you are like, I love business. I love marketing. It feels so good to get to market my offers. It depends where you're at. You got to know who you are. Like, you got to know how you feel about it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to offer. The thing that I can tell you for sales that I think will take out a lot of guessing work is when you're on a sales call with somebody. And I teach people how to really have good sales conversations that feel nourishing for you and the other person inside selling your power. It is part of my Made to Win bundle. So if you ladies are like 2025, I need to learn how to do sales in a way that feels really good and authentic, jump into selling your power. You can DM me for the details. When you're selling or when you're making an offer or when they're asking you, the best is, yeah, I'm in. How do I work with you? They're not buying the weekly call or the PDFs. They're not buying those 32 RTTs. They're just like, they're buying the vision you help them see, and they're buying like this next level. They're buying your expertise in a way that just landed with them. Giving you permission to be like, oh, and I'm gonna have WhatsApp support for you. Oh, and we're going to do this extra course on the side, and you get to hop in and do a weekly call with us. Would you like that? You don't have to tell her that during the call unless you feel like she needs to hear it. You get to give her that after she's even bought. Like, it's such an organic, fun way. Does that make sense? Now, you can be completely transparent and be like, listen, at the beginning of the call, I have nothing that I'm going to sell to you. I'm just here to listen. If after I've listened and asked some key questions and we dug into whatever's going on with you and I hear things, and during the conversations, I feel like, oh, wait, I got some ideas for you. And I'm going to share those ideas with you. And some of them might not even be mine. I want you to know that I have no agenda to sell you anything. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. If you do not know which little hook to put on a fishing hook to fish, the best thing you can do is listen to your potential clients completely with your whole body. Just listen and listen and listen, and they will give you the ideas that then you can put out into the field, and you can market something that's going to work with other people. Because if you sell to one person, everyone's going to feel heard. She's going to be like, oh, she's talking to me. She's talking to me. But if you try to sell to everybody, you're like, this doesn't resonate. The way we feel like we belong is when we feel seen and heard, but we have so many facets of ourselves. I could feel heard in a men's circle and all they talk about are their men problem, but I could feel, a part of me could feel heard in any circle if it's very specific. I shared in this group the other day about like this one time I went to see a priest and I confessed. I never had confessed in my life, and I'm like, I want to go confess to this one priest about this one thing, and it was very personal, and every head was nodding, and there was a bunch of guys, they're like, oh, we can relate, we can relate, we can relate. And I'm like, so, and then we bonded. It was like, and then we just kept talking about it. And then we went for coffee and we talked about this thing that was very personal, but because it was very specific, people resonated because a piece of them felt seen in that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're on a sales conversation and you are very authentic, you're like, I have no program that I'm thinking about for you at all, because I do not know what you need. And I'm going to listen. And then based on what you tell me, I'll respond. Based on what I hear, I'll respond. It is almost harder, let me tell you, it is harder sometimes to sell a course you've already created then to be like, universe, send me people who need me. And then you can sell 3 people for 3 different things. But somehow it doesn't drain you. It fits with what you were ready to give. It fits with you. Does that make sense? Like when you have a preconceived idea of who you want to market to, it's great if you boost posts. It's great for the SEO. It's great for like super niched offers, super niched posts, and you know exactly who you're talking to and you're going for that particular person and you're trying to just really be niched in your post, in your copywriting, in your marketing, in your Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Like, fine, that's niched. You know who you're talking to. You're an expert. You know how to call these people and you've tested the market. You know the offer works. You've done master classes. You know it works, right? But then there's like, universe, I would love 3 new clients this month. Bring them in. And as you're talking to them, you realize, oh, these are my people. I know how to help them. And if their problem is kind of similar, you put them in a masterclass, you put them in a mastermind, and then you have one-on-ones and they're in the course with you, which is the best because some people get results inside groups with one-on-one. Does that make sense? Like I'm thinking of Natalie, she has PMDD, the red 10. Sure, she knows exactly who they are. She can market to that. Her program has been proofed. Like it works. So she knows who she's calling in. But if you have a program no one's ever bought, how do you know? Like, it's harder. I allow myself to have more clients. I allow myself to sell a package this week. I'll call them in. It's easier to call them in and to be like, oh, this is what it feels like to sell a package. I love selling packages. Bring me the people who are like the lowest hanging fruits that need me the most, that know about me already. Let's go. Then trying to sell a program for people who have never heard of your program, who there's no testimonials, it's harder. Okay, guys? So that's my tip. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you guys are in and want to share, tag, comment, and participate to kind of get the algorithm going. I think I'm going to hang out in this group a little more, do more like angel reading, healings. We'll see. I feel like there's so much potential for magic in sales, and I want to be the person you think about when you're like, ooh, I want to feel good about sales again. I want you guys to think about this group. I want you to think about this sisterhood. And I want sales to feel like magic to you because I've seen so many people be like, oh my God, 3 more clients this week. I don't even know where they came from. Magic money, magic clients. Like the world deserves to believe in magic again after everything that's been happening. We need more healers like us to stand tall in our fire and our truth and just find these people whose flame has been a little bit turned off, the people whose flame hasn't been full on, and you get to be that fire that just lights up their light again, that just lights up their heart and helps them realize like, oh, there's help out there, there's love out there, and you get to be nourished and you get to be taken care of in the world, and you get to do what you love and be creative, and the divine flows through your creativity and the divine flows through your work. Yeah, you're in your heart while you do it. Feminine energetics and a little bit of practical, beautiful masculine structure to hold them in. Let me know if you have any questions. I will talk to you guys soon.